A very good evening and welcome to our second edition of UBC News Tonight on this 3rd day of July 2022. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto, welcoming you to this news bulletin. Now we start off with our first headline story this evening. The 2022 Kabaka birthday run has attracted one of the biggest crowds, with many gathering at the Lubiri from as early as 5 a.m. to participate in the 67th Kabaka birthday race. Since inception, the Kabaka birthday run has been on several themes, with the 2022 edition dedicated to the fight against HIV/AIDS.
At 6:45 a.m. the Katikiro of Buganda, Charles Peter Michael, was here to receive the Kabaka of Buganda, who arrived a few minutes later, and he was escorted by the Nabagereko of Buganda, Sylvia Najinda. Before flagging off, Kabaka Ronald Mwenda, special guest, and UNAIDS Executive Director Winnie Byanyima lauded the Kabaka for his determination in the fight to end HIV and AIDS by 2030.
Thank you for reaching young men and boys, and we look forward not only to continuing this work, but reaching more vulnerable groups, such as girls and young women. Together, we can end AIDS by 2030. On behalf of UNAIDS, thank you.
On his part, the Katikiro of Uganda, Charles Peter Manga, asked the subjects to always go for regular checkups and to know their HIV status.
Yes.
At 8:30 a.m., the Kabaka flagged off runners in various categories. Among the runners was UBC's Luganda news anchor, Jethro Kasaiji.
It's very important actually for the youths, even for the elders. Actually men, if you are a man, it is very important to make sure that at least you work out your body. Go to any hospital, go to any health center, make sure you check yourself and find out whether you're HIV positive or negative. That is very important. Actually, that will help you to know how your human body stands.
Before going for checkup, before doing anything, even you have to be trustworthy.
I want to thank Kabaka for this initiative. It's encouraging us to run to fight HIV/AIDS by 2030.
The 20-kilometer lap runners were captured by our cameras at Nile Avenue. Students also participated in this royal race and advised their peers to avoid situations that might lead them into contracting HIV and AIDS. This year's birthday run was under the theme Men Against AIDS to Save a Girl Child. Report compiled by Andrew Sebira for UBC News.
Now, still on the Kabaka's birthday, well, it has been yet again a very big spectacle to behold in every area that it happened. Now, it should be noted that Buganda Kingdom officials advised the public to honor the event in their various locations, and indeed, there was no disrespect to the royal orders.
Several Ugandans have at various locations around the country taken part in the 2022 Kabaka birthday run, whose main activity was at the Lubiri in Mengo. One such place was Kira municipality, where politician Jimmy Lukwago and several others ran, but of course at times walked more than 20 kilometers from Kireka to Nigeria. Like almost everywhere the Kabaka birthday run has been, even here in Kira municipality it at some stage turned political, a moment seized by Lukwago for a humble appeal.
I'm also encouraging all NUP supporters to believe in God, be well behaved. We are the exemplar. We have to encourage other people to be like us. Don't abuse people. Most of other people from other areas, they call us Vayai. We are not Vayai. We are good people.
He also shared his thoughts about the theme of this run, which focuses on men being at the helm in the fight to stop spread of HIV/AIDS.
I urge all Ugandans, more especially people from People Power, to go back to their homes and encourage people to avoid getting AIDS. You people, you go door by door, as His Worship, the Kabaka of Uganda, is encouraging us to go and fight AIDS. So you go back, whoever is here, whoever is everywhere, whoever is hearing Jimmy Chirayang, you go back to your own areas, go back to your villages. All leaders were encouraged to convince people to say that they can avoid AIDS.
The people of Kiwenda Busukuma Division, Wakiso District, also organized the Kabaka birthday run in their locality. Among the runners was 80-year-old George William Kayongo, who completed the 10-kilometer category.
Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala naye nsaba nnyo bannakiwendo omuluka gwonna bambi tujjumbirenga nnyo emikolo gya Ssaabasajja Kabaka.
In Jinja, St. James SS was the start point of the Kabaka birthday run. Participants were set in motion by Peter Kizito and Busoga Kingdom Minister Joan Machora.
Tulijja okwetaba emisinde gino egya Kabaka olw'ensonga ndala okubona nti akalwaire kana kaasiri tukasosola muganda tukasosola musoga.
Ensonga esookera ddala Ssaabasajja yateekawo emisinde gino olw'okulaba nti akuuma abantu nga baki nga balamu mu mibiri gyabwe.
Abantu bazze okudduka abatono abakulu, abawala n'abalenzi, abaami n'abakyala, era tuli basanyufu nnyo.
Buti twidye okulumuka emisinde gino okuyamba era tuliyamba ku Buganda abali e Buganda baganda bonka tibwe kiri bantu bona era twena tukyova tuyidye wano olwaleero.
Jinja Progressive Academy students lit up the run in Busoga with birthday melodies to the Kabaka, Ronald Muwenda Mutebi.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kabaka. Happy birthday to you.
UBC News Tonight. Now, Prime Minister Robin Anabanja is not happy with the habitual absenteeism and mistreatment of patients that she uncovered at Gombe Hospital. This was during her surprise visit to the facility, where she found only one intern nurse on duty, prompting her to warn all health workers to refrain from the habit of absenteeism. She also summoned the hospital's medical superintendent to her office this Tuesday.
The Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has paid a snap visit to Gombe Hospital and inspected the way health workers and administrators at Gombe Hospital conducted services. This was after residents reported to her habitual absenteeism of the hospital's management team and staff.
Here on Monday, some leaders brought up some issues. I've discovered that you don't have leadership at the hospital. So many health workers here. But those who report for duty are a handful.
The Premier first visited the medical superintendent's office, only to find it was closed, from where she visited the sick in the wards. Absenteeism of the workers was evident, as she found only one intern nurse, Ruth Nampijia, attending to over 50 mothers in the maternity ward, as others were on leave.
Why? I shorted how? You are a midwife. And you are alone and looking after almost 100 sick people.
While in the ward, it got to her knowledge that doctors at the facility subjected expectant mothers to C-section as a trick to exploit them. Some of the mothers who underwent surgical operations to conceive reported to her the exorbitant fees charged by the doctors at the facility. However, Nabanja assured them all services at government facilities were free of charge.
ne banongose kyo nembawe emitwalo 2 aziwa dokita tetwamumanya nalinnya ali aganya okunkwatako
bansabe emitwalo 2 naye tebakwatako nga tonnasasulako sente mala kusasula sente okukwatako ne woba ofiirawo awo bakulekana.
Here, all the services here are supposed to be free, and I'm directing that Dr. Chabayinze, please make sure that this is effective. The president has struggled to make sure that Ugandans get the best services they want.
At the main operating theatre, she found only one surgical personnel on duty, prompting her to ring the hospital's medical superintendent, who was also off duty. She interrogated him over the health team's absenteeism and summoned him to her office this week without fail.
I am calling up Banja Robina. How many medical staff do you have? He found 2 anesthetical officers with 1 doctor. And that doctor is an intern doctor. 16. On duty, I have found only 1 midwife nursing over 50 mothers. Only 1 midwife. So all the 15, you put them on leave. I'm summoning you to my office on Tuesday.
Residents waited for her outside the hospital and shared their pressing issues, to which she promised a quick follow-up.
Directing a forensic audit in this hospital. A forensic audit so that we can even implicate those people, so that the law can catch up with them.
The Director of Public Health, Dr. Daniel Chebayinze, and Sulaimani Lubwambuchani, the Yaradisi Butambala, attributed the poor facilities' dismal performance to bad management.
9 factors which need leadership and stewardship management. 1, people are paying for every cesarean section.
She has confirmed, because there is no one in administration, and even the nurses and the doctors are not around.
Nabanja also inspected the construction works of housing units to accommodate staff being undertaken by UPDF Engineering Brigade. Nabanja also paid a courtesy visit to Gombe Secondary School, where she advised the learners to be steadfast in their education for a better future.
In order for you to be successful in life, you need the following. 1, discipline. 2, you need to work hard. You must know why you are here.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC News.
The district chairperson from Karamoja sub-region decrying insecurity and limited facilitation like transport as the major challenge in implementing their manifesto. It's 1 year since the district local council leaders were sworn in office. Now the chairperson say most time has been spent while looking for stolen livestock.
It is now slightly over a year since district chairpersons were sworn in. Leaders in Karamoja sub-region say they have made inroads in ensuring maximum security and peace reigns in their districts against all odds.
I've realized some peace, especially between the Madeniko, the Bokora, since we had the last meeting in October. So that is what so far we have achieved around that area. And the cattle raiding has a little bit declined compared to when they picked.
They were raids, but we were able to work hand in hand with the security forces to have the help of assets from the security forces. Kamur Kral was also raided with support from the security forces. All those animals were recovered. There were other raids where cows were largely recovered.
Napak District Chairperson John Paul Codet and Kotido Chairperson Paul Komolote explained some of the achievements made, including water access.
So far, we are at 80% as a district in terms of water access. And then in terms of the pipe water, we had thought that we'd reach 80%. So far, we are only at 10%.
In education, many schools were built this year, which has improved access to education.
Service delivery tried to pursue government to cut primary schools. Out of the 20 that we sent to the ministry, so far 15 government has already coded.
So next 1st July, we shall begin the process of having in Serengeti City Secondary School constructed.
Many health facilities have been upgraded and road networks opened, linking the districts with other regions.
Health Center 2 that we have upgraded to Health Center 3. One of them is Kamur Health Center 2, which is now Health Center 3. Another one is Napumpum Health Center 2, which is now Health Center 3. And today, Kotido district has been blessed with a general hospital because of the lobbying and the good working relationship between Kotido and local government.
About 3 roads so far. That's why now Nabual Iriri is accessible, much as we have not Maram. That's why Poron, the Octeded Poron is accessible. That's why Lomerimong, Lopei is accessible.
However, leaders say insecurity has been the major challenge to this cattle-keeping region.
I averted my role as a district chairperson was the insecurity. The insecurity hampered a lot of service delivery. As we are all aware what's happening in Karamoja.
Of the population in Karamoja, probably 90% are cattle keepers, and that is the main livelihood that they have. So if this livelihood is wiped away, then the noise of the people is going to be more than when they would lack a road. The noise is going to be more than when they will not have a ball. So, and that's why the district chairpersons have become the key people when it comes to following up and tracking on the recovery of animals.
Limited facilitation like funding and transport among local population are other gaps cited.
Abla Took receives 10 billion shillings and you are giving me 5 million for fuel to Monta, budget of 10 million. Who is fooling who? And the 65% of all these monies is conditioned. Even the one we call unconditional fund is again conditioned. You tell me you give this to land board, give this to contract something, give this, then
how decentralized are we when the local revenues that a district or a sub-county collects is first sent to the national, then after national they appropriate it to you. They are sent back after you sending. So if we are decentralized, then it means we are autonomous.
Karamoja sub-region has 9 districts, namely Abim, Amudat, Kabong, Karenga, Kotido, Moroto, Nabilatuk, Nakapiripirit, and Napak.
Namirembe Diocese Fathers Union members with their spouses have celebrated St. Peter's Day at St. Stephen's Church in Luzira. The Bishop of West Buganda Diocese, the Right Reverend Henry Katumba Tamale, was the main celebrant, assisted by the Dean of Namirembe Cathedral, the Reverend Canon Jonathan Chisauzi, and the Archdeacon of Luzira, Reverend Canon Moses Banja.
Fathers Union members of Namirembe Diocese have been reminded to always trust in God, the initiator of marriage. The members, who were in company of their wives, were reminded to keep their vows as it was at the beginning of their marriage. This was during celebrations to mark St. Peter's Day held at St. Stephen's Church, Luzira. The Bishop of West Buganda Diocese, the Right Reverend Henry Katumba Tamale, says marriage is a holy union, prestigious, and therefore deserves to be honored and respected.
Marriage is a call, marriage is a vocation, marriage is a ministry. Come and
Tamale, however, advises couples to respect each other along with their children for stable families and the rest of the community.
Let's balance the board.
The Dean, St. Paul's Cathedral, Namirembe, the Reverend Canon Jonathan Chisauzi, advised against conflicts in families.
I wonder how many people look for suitability when they are choosing partners. This of recent, we find that many people and many spouses go out just looking for beauty, looking for money, looking for material things, and thereby end up messing up.
The Fathers Union President, Namirembe Diocese, Wilbur Naigambi, says they are making efforts to unify members and have developmental plans for their union.
Build up on child. We are not going to neglect the child, but we are going to put up special programs that build up on child.
Members who have been married for over 50 years were honored with certificates.
Well, a true inspiration there for many married couples these days. All right, UBC News Tonight takes a short break, but we'll return after these messages. Don't move an inch.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello, this is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Congratulations, congratulations. Oh, one good day.
Good day? But I haven't entered any competition.
Oh, what day? Since you use your phone every day, we have randomly selected you as one of our loyal customers, and you have won a brand new pickup.
Hey, so how do I get this pickup?
The pickup is in Namave. All we have to do is quickly bring it to you. You know, we are delivering many of them. So, just send us 100k for fuel via mobile money and we'll bring it to you.
But Chief, I'm in no hurry to receive it. Namambe is just here. Keep it at your warehouse, give me directions and I will get time to pick it up.
Vow nawe. If you don't have money, just say.
Tonfera, never send money to strangers. Winners of competitions are contacted through official channels and are never asked to pay for anything. Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tonfera, refrain from unnecessary engagements with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by UCC, MTN, Airtel, Bank of Uganda, and NPSP Association.
Are you a player in the tourism sector with a struggling business following the COVID pandemic? UDB, in partnership with European Union, is providing financial assistance to businesses operating in the tourism sector. You can access subsidized loan with grants, loan with a tenure of up to 5 years, free business advisory services, and free environmental impact assessment. Visit www.udbl.co.ug/call for applications to apply. Deadline for submission is 31st October 2022 at 5 p.m. For more information, please call 0414 355 509.
connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone and enjoy free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 Uganda shillings. That's free 2 GB for the first month and free 1 GB for the next 11 months at only 250,000 Uganda shillings with free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 shillings, making the effective price of the 4G phone 163,500 shillings only. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Affordable packages, great entertainment, sports, local content, telenovela, the movies. There is something for everybody. Go TV, this is where great stories live.
Get the best entertainment for any budget. With GoTV, you will have great entertainment for as little as 13,000 Uganda shillings per month. GoTV, great stories, Zidiwano. GoTV Uganda, love it.
Fun is our flavor. When we're together, the vibe is pretty alright. Our taste is pretty awesome. We are Uganda's #1 fruity refreshment. Enjoy Mirinda Fruity, Uganda's #1 fruity refreshment.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Yes, hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Calling you from the mobile service center.
Okay. So how can I help you?
Well, we have noticed a few things wrong with your number and need your mobile money PIN.
Tonfera, never give out your password or PIN to any caller. Your mobile service provider will never call or ask for your personal details. If in doubt, go to your nearest phone service center.
This message is powered by UCC, MTN, Airtel, Bank of Uganda, and NPSP Association.
Welcome back from that break. And now into some more news. Environmental conservation is vital to quality life and sustainable future. A volunteer and a team leader of Cause Initiative Uganda, Dr. Linda Lillian, says environmental conservation is key to having a good and sustainable climate. We have the details in this report.
Environmentalist and team leader, Cause Initiative Uganda, Dr. Linda Lillian, has appealed to all Ugandans to participate in environmental conservation.
Ask is to be able for people to know that, for instance, this type of tree, it treats leprosy. This is maybe the dandelion, because there are different types. You may look at a dandelion and think it's the same as suckers, yet they are different. So our target is for people to know so that they're able to preserve. We cannot talk about conservation anymore because we need the trees. We need to use these resources, but we talk about preservation.
Linda says Cause Initiative Uganda was formed to help conserve nature and spread the word of God. This was during a fundraising drive held at Nakawa ICT Institute to raise funds to help the vulnerable in communities.
Also, as a cause effect initiative, our mission is love, our vision is love, and so one of the things that we look at also is church building. So we look at different denominations and their needs, and we come in to intervene. Today, we met because of churches in Bukoma, Nsimbi and Sembabule. One of the churches who have been praying under trees, and we want to get them a home. But there is also Christ-centered ministries in Weogere, and we are also looking for funds because they are looking after orphans and widows, and would like to support that.
A number of pastors attended the fundraising drive and appreciated Cause Initiative Uganda for the great works she has performed by supporting the gospel through building churches as well as supporting orphans and widows. The event was aimed at raising funds to support and strengthen churches and the vulnerable in communities. Jethro Kasaiji, Kenneth Tanaba.
Now, South Sudan and Congolese refugees in West Nile are calling upon humanitarian organizations giving assistance to refugees in Uganda also to indulge in peace and reconciliation processes in their respective countries. The South Sudan refugees in particular are making the appeal ahead of their elections expected to take place in 2023 after the first one failed on the 9th of July 2015 due to an attempted coup.
The 2013 civil war in South Sudan led to influx of hundreds of thousands of refugees in northern Uganda. Viola Nadia is one of the thousands who fled her country in 2016. In a reflection of the civil war in South Sudan to its population, Viola Nadia sheds tears because of what she saw while in her motherland. She thinks peace in South Sudan can return if President Salva Kiir and his rival Dr. Riek Machar can have a sit-down discussion to address their differences for the good of the citizenry.
If these two people could come down and sit and discuss of their differences, because that fight there is not between another country and other country. It is between ourselves in South Sudan. And they said, we refugees, we need to be taken back for election. It makes no sense for me. It makes no sense. Why? Still, they are killing people. They go and rape people.
She is requesting for the government of Uganda and East African community at large to have more talks to the government of South Sudan to remove illegal guns from people in villages as one of the ways to bring peace.
I talk now, yesterday, but when our brother was shot dead, just within the border here in Kaya, if this country could go and sit down and advise our president, at least if people could remove guns out of the people in the villages or in town. So it should be that soldiers will be the one to have guns.
Casey Nelson, another South Sudan refugee in Rhino Camp, thinks of peace process being a stakeholder effort where citizens are also fully involved.
It is one of our obligations or mandate to ensure that we fully participated in order to bring peace to our land in South Sudan so that we go home and enjoy like any other country in the world. Man cause problem, man solve problem. Whatever issue has happened in South Sudan, we have already understood the differences and our weaknesses.
On the other hand, Samuel Abe, a Congolese refugee at a Loble settlement in Kabaka, also cries for intervention from humanitarian bodies for peace to return in Democratic Republic of Congo.
You know, always home is best. As we are refugees, we are pushed away. To say the development we have done in our countries will all die, and my children will get difficulties, our children, to say. So the best thing is all organizations who are working with the refugees should also fight for peace in our countries, so as we go back.
Refugee Desk Officer Arua Office Solomon Osakan says seeing refugees speak about the need for peace restoration in their warring countries is what many people long for in the two countries.
The great thing is that the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan, are now members of the East African community. But is a program that we all see is worth achieving. That would help everybody who is here as a refugee to repatriate home, go and build home and start a new life.
War can only be described as a pull factor for development of any country and its people because economic, social and cultural values become history as people lose lives and populace displaced. Joseph Hodama, UBC.
9 local governments that include 6 districts and 3 municipalities in Kigezi sub-region have received 103 motorcycles from government to assist sub-county and town council chairpersons in mobilizing and monitoring for smooth implementation of government programs. This was revealed by the State Minister for Industry at the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, and also the NRM chairperson, Kabale District, David Bahati, while handing over the motorcycles to the lower local government chairpersons at Kabale Municipal Yard, Kabale Town.
The State Minister for Industry, David Bahati, has requested chairpersons to use motorcycles given to them by government to monitor government programs. He assured sub-county and town council chairpersons that government will budget for their fuel to avoid becoming redundant.
The owner hand over these motorcycles, and these motorcycles are meant to assist you monitor government programs. They are meant to assist you. Parish development model. We wanted to look at the Myoga. We want them to monitor for health centers in their sub-counties, schools in their sub-counties, to ensure that the government programs are effective and they reach people. And also government will ensure that we budget for the fuel of these motorcycles so that they don't become redundant. An appreciation for the work that they've been doing and also the demands of their work.
The RDC Kabale, Nyakahita Godfrey, requested sub-county and town council chairpersons to utilize the motorcycles in monitoring government programs brought in their area of administration to ensure that people get quality services.
The government is in a serious campaign in ensuring that our people get quality services. And for that matter, the LC3s as political heads are supposed to carry out the monitoring of these government programs that come in their respective sub-counties.
The Chief Administrative Officer Kabale District, Ntimba Edmond, says as Chigezi sub-region that comprises the districts of Chisoro, Kabale, Rubanda, Ruchiga, Kanungu and Rukunjiri received 103 motorcycles for helping the sub-county chairpersons to mobilize and sensitize people for development.
Purposes of helping LC3 chairpersons to begin with, to mobilize people for development. These are elected leaders of the people, they are trusted by the people and they know their areas best. So with the PD
that we have Presidential Initiative Hub, which is starting on 17th July. So let them recruit people who are not educated, those who fail to get school fees, to come and have skills.
The chairperson of the Chairpersons Association in Kabale District, Canon Enoch Kazoba, thanked President Museveni for fulfilling the promise and requested for increase of monthly salary to at least 1 million shillings.
Nkebyo mushara abo kwa kushanga chairman wa UBC ari kutunga shilingi emitwaro 38 subsidiary. So we request the president and the government, mostly parliamentarians, just to give us a salary. We are like 1 million.
Get connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone and enjoy free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 Uganda shillings. That's free 2 GB for the first month and free 1 GB for the next 11 months at only 250,000 Uganda shillings with free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 shillings, making the effective price of the 4G phone 163,500 shillings only. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Are you a player in the tourism sector with a struggling business following the COVID pandemic? UDB, in partnership with European Union, is providing financial assistance to businesses operating in the tourism sector. You can access subsidized loan with grants, loan with a tenor of up to 5 years, free business advisory services, and free environmental impact assessment. Visit www.udbl.co.ug/call for applications to apply. Deadline for submission is 31st October 2022 at 5 p.m. For more information, please call 0414 355 509.
Sanyuse nnyo essanyu lijula kunzita. MTN momo terimba nalindi waka ngenda okuwulira essimu ezze nenga neera bino bya bulijjo ebyekifere kubanga mbeera awo omuntu n'ofuna essimu n'ogenda okuwulira oli atandise empaayo emitwalo 5 kakati kino MTN bwe yankubidde bo tebansabye ku ssente wedda banzikakkanya na bukkakkanyaze nga ntabuse ngamba mubuli baffe nze ndi wano pulesa zaagala kunkuba bukubu nsinne bakakutulu ate ke mumpadde emmotoka mubyonoonye kati ataawo wiiki ndala MTN yebale nnyo okutufaako ffe ng'abeebulemeezi Luweero balina waaka MTN
Show them waka with MTN Momo Nyabo.
Simply deposit 20K or more on your mobile money for a chance to win 3 Toyota Succeeds and money to 2,000 lucky winners every week. We're giving away 24 cars and over 2 billion shillings of mobile money.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, Nga, you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
A World Cup in the desert? The first one in the Middle East. The first to be held at the end of the year? That's crazy. Get ready for spectacular moves. High-flying saves. Unbelievable goals. Out of this world celebration.
Would you believe it? What a moment here!
All 64 matches live. That's over 5,000 action-packed minutes of the FIFA 2022 World Cup Qatar. Now that's crazy. Catch all the action only on SuperSport, your world of champions. On Go TV. Love it.
Hey guys, please let's have a brief meeting. See that? Calls, data, SMS, shareable among 5 people.
What?
And it includes free Airtel TV. Do you guys know what that means?
Means no worries.
Enjoy life worry-free with Airtel Smart Plans. Shareable among 5 people. Use every day and pay at the end of the month.
They've also added Showmax. Oh.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back from that break, and now into the business scene. Now, there are no shortcuts to success for small and medium enterprises in Uganda, advises Waswa Balunya, an economist and the principal at Makerere University Business School. Professor Balunya said Uganda's SMEs have the ability to grow to higher levels, but they face issues of standards, trust and ethics in their operations. We have the details.
This forum, organized by the European Union, Private Sector Foundation Uganda, and the Sustainable Business for Uganda platform, sought to provide entrepreneurs with vital information and insights to support the growth of their enterprises and improve their business environment.
Sustainable Business for Uganda is putting together an access to finance portal where all the opportunities for funding and facilitation coming from all development partners will be listed, and that portal will be actually maintained by Sustainable Business for Uganda Secretariat.
It's here that key challenges that grapple the growth and development of the MSME sector are highlighted.
I have not seen a way in which we can help the extremely vulnerable communities that don't have access to financing, the kind of education we have, the market information that we have.
There's no way we are going to succeed with this kind of practices. Too much love for money without exchange for value.
The issue of mindset change. How are we really going to have to change the mindset of Ugandans to be ethical, to for example, submit clear, true financial statements?
According to Professor Balunya, Uganda's rapidly growing population provides immense business opportunities but he emphasizes the need for improvement of the SME sector for them to flourish and capture the market.
Provide cheap market information, and to me, it's all about educating the public, educating people in the country, keep people in schools, provide information about technological trends, arrange financing for SMEs. During COVID, SMEs were supposed to go to UDB. I think that has changed since then.
The European Union, a partner in development, promises more support through various facilities.
Looking at these challenges, the European Union has developed a portfolio of facilities which try to cater for the needs of the SMEs in terms of financing and business development services, depending on their stages of growth.
According to analysts, 9 out of 10 SMEs in Uganda fail due diligence levels and by so doing impedes on their ability to attract funders and investors as one of the ways of improving access to finance. Dennis Igor for UBC News.
Well, I would like to thank you so much for your company this weekend. Well, of course, it is a start of a brand new week ahead of us and also into a new month as well. I want to remind you that COVID-19 is still in our country and, of course, we have relaxed a little bit, but let us continue to maintain all the standard operating procedures so that we can fight and, kick the virus out of the country. I still remain Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. Do have yourself a lovely week ahead of you. God bless and good night.